The MG42 is a beast. Now, if you were like me grinding out other weapons for other classes, you will definitely have a treat waiting for you. Going to take a little bit of time to make it to that level 20 support class rank to unlock this beast of a weapon, but it is definitely worth it. 1 out of 3 medium machine guns so far for us in Battlefield 5, the first being the MG34 and the most recent Tides of War unlock, the VGO. The best way I think to really show off how intense this weapon really is just by comparing the actual sound it makes compared to the MG34. So here's the MG34 sound. And here's the MG42. It really doesn't get much better than that. It's probably the most intense sound, in my opinion, on the battlefield when it comes to the weapons. And it's probably not going to keep you well hidden on the battlefield, but I wouldn't trade that noise regardless. With its 981 rate of fire, it is right now the fastest out of all the weapons available for BF5. And if you're more comfortable posting up rather than moving around a lot, this is definitely going to be a useful gun for you. What's really crazy about this gun is actually how the specializations just add to the carnage that this weapon already produces in its stock version. The one specialization that really stands out for me is the extended belt. Instead of the stock 50 round magazine that you find yourself reloading at times just before you're really beginning to rain fire down on enemy players, this specialization adds 200 rounds, making it an insane 250 round magazine. And if that isn't crazy enough, you can move down to the next specialization and select the chrome lining, which gives your weapon a 33% slower overheat, allowing you to shoot longer before your barrel overheats, preventing you from shooting anymore. I honestly don't think I've had as much fun with a gun in a long time. It's extremely satisfying when you're just posted up and there's just hordes of enemy players coming towards you and you just decimate them with the crazy rate of fire and magazine capacity. If you really want to take it to another level, instead of equipping the extended belt, giving you a high ammo capacity, you could up your rate of fire even more to a 1200 rate of fire. Absolutely love what's going on here. Unfortunately, you will be sacrificing that 250 round magazine, and that was something I didn't want to give up. I would recommend, if you want the higher rate of fire, to choose the quick reload specialization, something that I was a little bit torn to do or not, but because I didn't turn my VGO into an anti-air machine gun, and I wanted one of my machine guns to be able to have those incendiary bullets specialization that allows me to increase the damage against aircraft by 100% with my gun. So if you have those enemy pilots raining down terror on you, and maybe you don't have access to an AA gun or some type of anti-air friendly vehicle, you can still contribute by having a specialization equipped. Really, when it comes down to it, with its 250 rounds equipped, as long as your shots are somewhat meaningful, you really aren't going to need to reload at critical times, and if you do, those are going to be very rare circumstances. At least in my experience, the 250 rounds have been plenty to hold down enemy players long enough till it's safe to reload and repost up again. But again, when it comes down to it, I could see myself swapping to the quicker reload to really maximize this gun as being an enemy infantry nightmare. I think the only specialization out of the whole group that was the easiest for me not to pick was the flashless propellant, mainly because the sound this weapon makes is so loud that, in my opinion, anyone close by will clearly be able to hear me. So regardless if I'm using the flashless propellant or not, they're going to find me. Again, the flashless propellant may help you in those further distance battles, maybe against scout class or assault class rifles. But because of the one weakness this gun does have, which is its accuracy, I don't see myself really winning those further range battles. You could try to equip the recoil buffer, which gives your weapon less upwards recoil, something I did equip, but even with it equipped, it's still nothing close to the MG34 or even the lesser VGO when it comes to accuracy. And if there's one specialization that I could see swapping out first, it'd be that recoil buffer for the high velocity bullets, which gives 10% faster bullets, making it easier to hit moving or distant targets. But feel free to let me know what you guys have chose in regards to specializations of this gun, and if you haven't yet completed the grind to level 20 to unlock this weapon, I'd encourage you to, because it definitely doesn't disappoint in my opinion after all that grind you put in for this weapon. But that is it for you guys today. Again, I always appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin', and I'll catch you guys again later.